Everybody, it's Madmaxed again with another raid video. And if you would, please hit the subscribe button on the corner. Give it a thumbs up if you like it. Got any questions, just leave them in the comments. I'll get back to you. Now, I've been over Drexthar before, and I want to try to re-emphasize why you need him so bad, especially if you're a mid-game or you're just beginning, or even if you're later on and you just haven't pulled him. You know, this champ can make or break you in Doom Tower. Now, I have told everybody, it's one of the things I run all the time. I love free stuff. I'm a free-to-play player. So, you know, when you start looking and you start getting legendary books, I got one this round from the floors below it. And, you know, and I'm just hitting a snag on 98. I just need to get I just need to get a different type of team together to beat that I haven't figured out yet, and I'll figure it out pretty soon. But you get a lot of gems. I got 150 one round. I got 250 energy one round. Sometimes it's 150. You get 4 5-star. You only get 4 and 5-star chickens out of Doom Tower Hard. That's all you get. I'm not sure what. I know this one would be 5. This one might be 5, might be 4. But, you know, 4 and 5-star chickens, as many as you get. You get a lot of 3 and 4s out of the normal. Just getting through normal, you get a lot of 3 and 4-star chicken. You want to develop your team. You know, you run through Doom Tower two or three rounds, you're going to have a bunch of 3, 4-star chicken. You're going to have a bunch of XP brews. You're going to have a bunch of coins out of it, gems out of it. You're going to have void shards out of it. You're going to have a lot of really good stuff out of Doom Tower. Not only that, it gives great legendary champs. It gives really great epic champs out of it. So where you get him at, of course, is out of your arena. You pull him out of tag team. It comes out of your bazaar. It's not mine. I've already pulled all the 100, so I can't get any more. But that's where you get him at. Now, you can only buy 1 fragment a day. So don't save up a bunch of stuff and think, oh, well, I'll just buy a bunch of fragments, you know, at one time. You can't do it. There's a 24-hour cooldown between buying fragments. So, you know, when you got the medals, make sure you buy him. Now, he can be your very first legendary that you pull for free. Because Seal the Drake comes at 6 months. If you're in there fighting tag team every day from the time that you first start out, and you're not going to get a lot of, I know you're not going to get a lot of medals starting out. It's going to take you a while to develop at least a halfway decent little bit of team to do this. And you may not have medals but every other day to do this. But you're going to start getting enough medals. And especially when the weekends, you'll get some medals just being for stage 1 for this thing. They give you, let's see, I forget for stage 1, but they give you, for the tiers, they're going to give you 410. Okay? So to buy him, you're going to need 150 a day. So every day, so they're giving you 3 days every week free. So so after the first week, you got 3 days you can buy this. And if you're just doing a few wins every day and you spend your stuff and try to get through, you can usually make it. So you can usually get him about maybe 120, 130 days into the game. And he is absolutely one of the best champs you can have for Doom Tower, and I want to show you why. And I've said this before, but you know, spiders, they don't like burns, okay? Now, his skills are all about the burns. And the spiders just ignore the poison just about. They do almost no damage. The first thing you're going to hit them with, it attacks all enemies, had a 40% chance. It is a 60% chance of placing a provoke debuff for 1 turn. This chance increases to 100% if the target is under an HP burn debuff. It also places a 50% decreased attack debuff for 2 turns if the provoke debuff is placed. Okay, so you can get this up by taking the one where the mastery is another 5%, so you can get it up to 65%. You can also take a burner in there like Mordecai and burn everything. Well, they're all going to be burning right off the bat. So he's going to provoke everybody. He's going to sit down. He's going to sit down and take the 50% decrease attack off. They're going to hit him. He's defensive base. He's tanky anyway. So he's not going to take a lot of damage anyway. And it keeps everybody else alive. Now, when they hit him, he has a 55% chance of placing an HP burn beat up for 2 turns on the attacker when they hit. Now, as you see, that goes to 75%, and with the mastery, it goes to 80%. And for everybody that's burning, he gets another 10 stacks of resist on him. So his resist goes up. So his resist right now is only 160, but his resist will go up to 210 when they're all burning. And that's on 4 people. Like if he's, when that's 5 people, when that's 5 different things are burning, that works in neither spider. His accuracy is at 289, but with him in the lead, and I always usually put him in the lead, is because of the fact, he gives you that 70 extra accuracy. There are better ones. I've got Lightbane. Lightbane's got 80. It's 10 more. It's a little bit better. It's in all battles, just like his is. I usually like to have him in the lead, though, because usually, if all things are even, usually they like to attack the lead character. So when they're attacking him, they're just burning themselves. They're just catching themselves on fire. Now, if they're on fire, he attacks one enemy 3 times. He has a 30% chance to place an HP burn debuff. And if they're already burning, he heals himself by 20% of the damage that he does. He's a really good champ. I mean, there's no doubts about this with him. And I've used him in Doom Tower as my lead, especially when I get above 40 and Doom Tower hard, because most of my characters just don't have enough of that accuracy. You can to get crit rate up to 100%, your crit damage up high, some HP, some defense, something's got to give. You can't get all the stats that you want unless you got all gold items and everything is maxed out, and you've got all those 5 and 6 star enhancements, and that is a lot to do. So I'm going to go in and run a Doom Tower with him. I'm not going to run the really hard one. I'm going to run one of the normal ones to show you what he does. And I'm going to run the Frost Spider, because Frostbite, and I took all the burns out except for him, to show you that he can keep things burning. I love Lydia. I just got her. When she puts that weaken on there, I mean, you see how much damage they do because of that. If she was booked out, she'd be much better, but she is not booked out. Life Paint is really good. There's not a champ in here I don't really like. I mean, I love Bad Elkazar. I got lucky and pulled him. Arbiter I like because of the increased attack, the turn meter boost, just making everybody faster, being able to res. I really have no reason to have her in here. Nobody ever dies on these teams, on these normals anymore. I've got speed teams I use that can just fly through these things now that I've got so much attack on them, and I've got some really good nukers. But still, I just put her in there, to increase that attack part. The little ones always seem to have trouble. See, he just burned himself by attacking him. The little ones are so slow, too, that, they just usually, they never get to burns much. I mean, because they're so late about ever going through and hitting on normal. But see, he's burning. If he doesn't burn, what happens is when he gets down to the end, if he's not on fire, then he's just going to go down, and he's going to reset, go back to 50, bring the little spiders back, which is not a big deal with this crew at all, but still, it just takes extra time. And see, he just wiped out all the little spiders now, so the only thing he's going to attack, all they're going to attack is, you know, the big spider now. Of course, by the way, I've got it about set up anyway. He set himself on fire again by attacking. But I'm going to break it here. I'll get down to when we get to the end, because there's no use going through all this. It's going to take about another 3 or 4 minutes. All right, we're back. We're close to the end. It's not one of my faster runs. I didn't put any of the burn. I would have put engine here, some of my really good nukers and stuff. But I took everybody out that was really doing a lot of damage, and it would burn or whatever, because I wanted to show you. See, he kept the spider burning the whole time. So he is the one that you want for that. You also want him for neither spider. You know, you can put, of course, you know, on the low levels, you can go through this really quick, really easy without him. But, you know, later on, I've always went through and I don't know why that thing's there. But anyway, but like when you get into the Doom Tower hard, you know, you're going to want him as your lead. Or I put him as lead for the extra resist. But, you know, you need him in the mix. And I did do him for the lead for some of them. But the extra resist helps too, because they resist all that poison. Because that really is what usually, well, wait a minute, I don't think it was the spider. Well, yeah. I might be getting spider and Scarab King mixed up, but no. But the extra resist helps, especially with all that poison that neither spider throws. They're still going to hit him. He's still going to burn. That's the reason I actually put Taragi in the front of this. But then, you know, for the frost spider, I've always got him as lead. And, you know, it works really well. You see, I've done the secret rooms, you know, because I got up so high, I did a bunch of these secret rooms. So there's some more legendary champs I'm going to get. And these are really great legendary champs that come out of the Doom Tower. Only place you can get them are out of Doom Tower. You can't draw them from shards. But if you want free stuff, you need this free champion. And, you know, and that's the bottom line. I mean, if you're wanting, I mean, I could put better gear on him. I can make him even better than what he is now. But he works. And that's the main thing. And so, you know, if you can get, I put the live steal on him because he does hit with that, like I said, with that A2 of his, that thing hits everything. And it hits really hard. So it'll replenish his health a lot. And then that A1 replenishes health a lot. He's a good champion. He's one of the ones that you actually want. They try to give you champions. I mean, he can run the normal spider on 22 if you'll just get a cleanser healer, and he's the wrong affinity, so everything attacks him. And so he can really do really well for you if you'll just get him. Try to get him early. The earlier you get him, the better you're going to be, because you're going to get more goodies out of the Doom Tower quicker. It'll progress your game up a lot faster. And like I said, you know, there's $20, $30 worth of materials out of Doom Tower every day. But guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And remember, subscribe to the channel. And everybody have a really good day.